though, when I look at Hillary Clinton, as I said on yesterday's show, I don't like her calculation. I think she's calculated to the point where she's too far to the right. What I'm afraid of is, look, 99% of the time, if Hillary Clinton, Obama, or Edwards wins, it'll be the same exact thing in the White House. That's my guess, okay? And that they'll do very similar policies, except Edwards might be a little bolder, and that's why he's getting me to rethink my, my feelings towards him and whether I should vote for him or not, in the positive direction. But at the very least, 95%, they're all going to be the same. What I'm concerned about is that critical moment where they've got to make a decision. Are they going to put their own political career or the concerns of the country first? And, I'm going to use an example that might drive a lot of you crazy, but it's true. George H.W. Bush said, read my lips, no new taxes. And then full well knowing that it might end his political career and endanger the fact that he might become president again, which is what all politicians are obsessed about, he went ahead and raised taxes. You know why he did that? He did that because for his political career? Absolutely not. It did nothing but destroy his political career, and he had to know that. He did know that. He did it because his advisors told him, you've got to raise taxes, otherwise the deficit is going to be out of control and it's going to hurt the country. Now, you might have a ton of other issues with George H.W. Bush, but that was a heroic decision. That was a decision made for the betterment of the country rather than the betterment of his career. Now, when faced with that decision, who am I more comfortable is going to make the right decision? It's a tight call because they're all politicians, and they all, of course, care about their careers, and they're all calculating. That goes for the Democrats as well as the Republicans, and of course, for the Republicans these days, 1,000 times more, right? I mean, John McCain, the man who goes and kisses the ass of Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson, who he called agents of intolerance, a man who sells out that much his principles. You think he won't sell out his principles again when he's in the Oval Office? On some occasions he might not, but on some occasions I guarantee you he will. Now, between Obama, Edwards, and Hillary Clinton, who do I trust to make the right call for America when that tough call has to be made? It could be about taxes or about domestic issues, or it could be a foreign policy issue. Do I launch an attack here because it'll make me look tough and that'll help me to win re-election? Or do I say, hey, you know what? Perhaps thousands of lives or tens of thousands of lives is more important than my political career. That's why I lean a little bit at this point towards Obama, and that's why I lean against Senator Clinton. Because in her political career, she's done some wonderful things, but she's also shown over and over again that her political career is paramount. Whether it's the flag-burning bill, whether it's not only the authorization to go to war in Iraq that got, by the way, and we'll have new numbers on that, hundreds of thousands of people killed, or whether it was the votes that went on to authorize that war and support that war and fund that war over and over and over again, or whether it's, her basically flirting with the idea of attacking Iran. It makes me think, if she had to make that choice, I'm not as confident that she would make the right choice as I am about the other two guys. That's why I don't support Hillary Clinton. But it has nothing to do with her cleavage. It has nothing to do with her laugh. It has nothing to do with her crying. It has nothing to do with, her personality or the fact that apparently she drives some men crazy with jealousy. None of that. So let's get our heads straight. Let's make a right decision about who should be the next president of the United States of America.